Hey guys, welcome back to the Witchy Women podcast.
Hey.
Kylie and Zora here. Today we are going to talk about kind of like a New Year's resolutions, but like not, too cut and dry.
Yeah.
We did it last year, I believe, right?
So I figured why not do it again?
Yeah. So usually like Zori picked a word of her year, like she does that every year.
I usually do a word of the year and a vision board.
And a vision board, yep. So we like to talk about vision boards, word of the year, and some stuff that we want to like accomplish. Did you already make your vision board?
Yep.
You said that on New Year's Eve. I was literally just showing
it to my mom yesterday, and I convinced her to make one, and she started making one.
Really? She did? Ooh, okay. So, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with... Wait, what do you mean?
Like, do you want to start with the word of the year, or you want to talk about anything on your vision board?
Let's start with the word of the year, because that's kind of how I form my vision board. I usually put the word of the year on my vision board.
Okay.
So, to talk about this, I'll kind of backtrack. 2 years ago was the first time I started, like, doing this, like, vision board. It was the year of 2023 is when I started it. And I have a friend in college that always goes, my word of the year is blah, blah, blah. She doesn't, like, sit down and like make it a thing, but like she usually says it. And I was like, oh, that's so smart, because that's something you can just take with you, and every single thing you can do, you can try to remember that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's smart. So when I made my vision board for 2023, I was like, okay, like what do I want my word to be? And I decided on consistency, because I am very consistent at being inconsistent with everything though. Like I get a lot of shit done. It's not that I'm just like, I'm not doing that anymore, or like I'm done. I just have a lot going, so I'm like consistent at little things at different points. But usually my main focus is like with my body and my health, but it translates over to all aspects of life. Consistency with studying, consistency with like, I don't know, just anything that you feel like you're not consistent for, which is why I like using a word that kind of can translate everywhere. And I felt like I was more consistent that year. I still felt like I wasn't consistent enough, though. Like, I was like, okay, I definitely did better, but it was like, you know when it's like, yeah, this is better, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
This isn't what I envisioned when I said consistency. So, I mean, I didn't beat myself up for it. You can't, unless you're not going to move for it if you beat yourself up. So I literally was like, okay, so what is next year's word? So 2024, my word was discipline. Because I was like, okay, why do I think consistency didn't work out? Like, or I mean... Not that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. And I was like, I think it's more of discipline. Like, I need more self-discipline, because I'm very disciplined in, like, certain areas.
Certain aspects, yeah.
Like, me and my friend were talking about this. I was like, my thing is, like, I can sit down and finish assignments and, like, force myself to do little things, but at the expense of my self-care. Right. It's like I'm cutting my face wash. I'm cutting my... like stretching, I'm like, oh, well, it's just for tonight too. It's not like I'm cutting it forever. I'm just like, it's just for tonight. But then tonight turns into a pattern. And then it's like, what? And so I'm like, you can do all things. You can do it all. You can. And it's like hard.
But it all needs to be in like moderation.
You can, and it all needs to be in moderation. So I'm like, in order to be more consistent with my body, I'm going to have to do a lot of things I don't want to do with studying, which is like, be more preemptive about stuff and like make sure I'm planning ahead of time with those things, so that no matter what, I can fit in stuff for my body. Yeah. So that makes it like, it puts it in perspective. So then my word was discipline, and I got even better. I did. I feel like I definitely did. Do I have like a way of tracking it? No.
Yeah.
I probably could be, but I'm not. I just know that, I mean, I was thinking about it all year, and when I think about myself throughout the year, I feel like I'm doing
you
that.
Can
I
feel
it
your
in my body. Yeah, I feel it. So it probably would be nice to track it at least once, but I probably won't be.
You can feel when you're progressing, and you can feel when you're declining.
Yes. I mean, I held myself accountable. There were so many nights that I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it. I stuck to a 30 days of Pilates. I did I think sometime after that I did a 2-week Pilates challenge, and then like I did a couple of those things just to kind of keep me going and keep it in my normal routine to be working out and like stretching my body and doing stuff. So yeah, that happened. And then this year I was like, okay, what is it then? What's my word of the year? And this is the first time, instead of just trying to think of one, because like I automatically wanted to go to like discipline or consistency again, because I was like, I just want even more of the same thing. Like, But then I was like, okay, I have to really ask myself what is missing. If there is anything missing, what little piece of the puzzle is still missing? Because I'm filling it in more each year.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah,
sometimes it takes time, but, like, I don't know, I didn't know what was missing. So I found some prompts, like, that asked you about what you learned about yourself this year, like, what you want, what next year, what a productive and successful next year would look like for you. And I landed on the word routine, which is another, like, branch off of consistency.
Yeah,
yes.
And discipline, yeah.
And discipline. And I'm bringing all of the goal is to bring it all in, right? Like, every year I'm not dropping consistency and now it's discipline. I'm doing consistency and discipline.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing consistency, discipline, and routine. And so I'm, like I said, I'm filling in more of, like, the pie, so to speak, every year. So it's consistency. Or not consistency, but yes. It's routine. I need to find a routine because I'm somebody that's just so not routine oriented.
Me either.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna, and I mean, to an extent, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you can, if your thing is like, I want to stretch every day, it doesn't really matter what time of the day you do it, as long as you do it. And that is, like, my thing.
I can do that. I can't do, like, the time sets because if I don't follow that and I miss it,
then I'll be like, well,
pissed.
I sucked.
Yeah,
like that
I'll be
fucking
pissed.
got fucked up. So, but the thing is about it, though, it's like, I feel like I need some kind of structure, especially with, like, I'm going to school again soon, so I'm like, I need to start building a routine like that, or at least try it out, right? Like, not exactly, like, at 8 p.m., because the reality is your day looks different every day.
Yeah.
But I kind of just want, I don't even know exactly what it looks like, but maybe it's more of just the concept of a routine rather than, like, an actual one.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I do have, like, a little routine. Like, I have routines all throughout my day, but I want to integrate, like, my body and also some other stuff just, like, in my routine. So, yeah, the concept of routine is, like, my word of the year.
I can't remember my word last year.
Did you have one?
I think I
Maybe
picked
you
one.
made one, yeah.
I literally feel like my word for some reason was, like, yes, man. Like, do you remember?
Wait, I do kind of, that rings a bell for sure.
Does it?
I don't know
like,
if that was it, but it rings a bell.
I don't know, or we talked about it. I don't know.
We talked about it.
Because, like, I was trying to say, like, I can't remember, but if it was my word, I was trying to say, like, I was just gonna, like, go for everything, like, say yes to, like, everything I wanted to do and not, like, hold back.
I feel like you did that for sure.
I did. And now I'm gonna try to up-level it again this year, but, because, yeah, you're right, like, that word has to, like, stay and stick if you want it to.
Yeah.
I do believe maybe my word should be something like self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I really do neglect, like, my self-care to, like, I don't know, work and, like, slave away a lot. I notice, like, I don't have, like, any sort of, like, structure when it comes to self-care. So I guess just getting, like, back into stretching.
Yeah.
And, like, some sort of working out.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm consistent with those things, and I don't know, I'd like to, I don't really know, just making sure I've been staying on top of my water intake, like getting the full amount. I always usually try to eat healthy, so just stay in that, like, thing. Yeah, so maybe that would be my word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait. Self-care.
Like, maybe self-care.
Yeah. That makes sense. And that also translates to everything you do, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like the word of the year, very much I carry it with me. Like, I remember there were so many times the year I did, like, discipline. I like, think, like, oh, it's okay. I can just, like, miss, like, tonight. Or, like, it's okay. Like, whatever. I was like, you need to do it. Even when you don't want to do it. And, like, discipline was hanging over my head because it was my word of the year. So then I would do it. Because I was like, okay, there's so many other things I don't want to do every single day that I do without even thinking about it. I don't want to wake up and go to class. I don't want to fucking work on this assignment. I don't want to talk to this fucking professor that I don't like. But I go and I do it for the same reason that I should be doing these other things, because I love myself and it's an investment, right? So it's hard because it feels like, you know, when you feel like you have to start cutting things out, it's like yourself goes first, which is so fucked.
I know.
It's
when
so
you
fucked.
feel like you're forced to go to work and do all these things you don't want to do.
It's like I'm not gonna...
You're cutting out the things you do want to do in your self-care.
I'm really great with like my skincare and self-care and like all that stuff, but like it's the yoga and the stretching and the mindfulness that tends to go first, because I'm like, okay, it's fine, I don't have time for it. But the thing is, I'm like, if you have 5 minutes, you have time.
Yeah.
If you have 5 minutes, you have time. I'm not, like, that was my issue was, like, being an all or nothing type of bitch, where I'm like, if I can't do a 20-minute workout, what's the point? Like,
true.
That's also where the word consistency comes in, where it's like, some days you have to show up as your worst.
Yeah.
But as long as you're showing up, that's all that matters. If you have to show up. Like, there's some days I'm like, I don't feel like doing it, especially when I do, like, the 30-day challenges or whatever. I'm like, I can't. And I feel weaker, like, even, like, if you're on your period or something.
Oh, I know.
You feel weaker, and I'm, like, I feel like I'm sloppy all over the place with the workouts, and I'm like, that is actually normal.
Yeah.
But it's still better to show up and at least, like, take yourself, at the very least, you're taking yourself out of everything else. You're challenging your body a little bit, even if you're not doing it perfectly. Doing something badly is better than not doing it at all. And that goes for anything. Art, like, whatever, writing, like, you just need to be able to be ballsy enough to, like, go and do it, and you're gonna feel so much better. I always hear, like, this one thing of people online, there's never a time where I've gone to the gym and regretted it.
True.
Like, never.
That's so true.
Like, unless you're, I don't know, I'm saying, like,
you might be, like, regretting it during it, but after,
if you're, like, deathly ill or something, obviously don't be doing that for your body. That doesn't count. Like, because I've seen people online be like, even if you're sick, you can, and I'm like, girl, that's not self-love. Like, if you're sick, like, maybe don't go to the gym. Maybe go on a walk.
Right.
If you can. If you're sick in the bed with the flu, like, maybe just be sick in the bed with the flu. Like, that's fine. Right. No one's gonna die if you miss a day because you have the flu. But yeah, I think it's like those little things like that where it's like, I've never regretted I've never regretted doing the thing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even the girl that I do Pilates online, like, she has like 5-minute ab workouts where it's like, oh, you feel like you don't have time? And I follow people, this one girl was like, here's a morning routine that I would do for mobility if I only had 15 minutes before I had to go to work. And she shows it. And I'm like, it's just possible.
See, no
That's
excuses.
What I mean. It's just possible. It's just possible, even if it's just like for a small amount of time. But yeah.
Do you want to say what's on your vision board or no? Or any goals you have?
So I don't really have any goals. I would say, so I said my word of the year is routine. Mm-hmm. And I think I said with ease and softness or something. Like, the goal is to be breathing easy. Mm-hmm. Like, because I have a big year ahead of me. Yeah. Like, I'm moving. Like, I just have a lot.
So that's already.
And so the last thing I need is to be tense or to be like, oh, would I have this? Yeah. So I'm just, like, gonna think of things I need to do and then do them. And whatever doesn't get done. We're moving. I really just am feeling like we're not about to, like, be tense. I just can't. There's no space for it. I really don't have space for it. So, yeah, my goal for the year is to move through this, like, huge change with ease. I mean, I'm somebody that loves to just be doing anything. Yeah. So I'm like, I know it's going to be really exciting. It's also going to be stressful, but I know I'm, like, more excited than, like, scared or stressed about it. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, yes, do it with ease. Do it, do it unclenched. Like, don't be so, like, don't be spiraling every second about everything. Because I'm like, it's, at the end of the day, it's just, like, it is what it is. So, yeah, that's, like, my main goal, I think. What about you?
So, like I said, working out, stretching more, obviously traveling a lot again.
Yeah.
More and more and more. I don't know. Yeah, I think just, like, self-care, working out, stretching, traveling, having experiences, making memories.
Do you have anywhere specific you want to go?
Well, I'm going to Utah in like 2 days. And then my Asia trip in March. And then I don't really know after that. Summer gets hard because my job, it just gets so busy.
Yeah.
But I can take like little, day trips or a few days.
Little breaks.
Trips, yeah. But other than that, anything really big, it's just kind of Asia. Mm-hmm. As of right now. We're only in January.
As of right now.
So we'll see what comes, but...
What a vibe. Yeah. I feel like that's... my vision board is just kind of... I put a lot of last year's stuff on it. Mm-hmm. I put new stuff on it. Like, I don't know. It's pretty chill. I feel like one of my goals for this year is to get, which was also on my vision board last year that I didn't really realize, but is to write more. Yeah. I definitely didn't write that much last year, and I'm probably not going to write this much this year because I have so much going on, but just to keep writing and keep it at least in the background. Yeah. It's not like a huge goal to be writing all the time or to write every day or anything. That will be probably a future goal. Yeah. Like at some point when I have more time. But like realistically, I know what this year looks like and that's probably not going to be a thing. But to write throughout the year, not like, here and there when I feel it, to work on it. Like, I feel like that is...
I want to write and read more, yeah. Oh, also, your channel. Our channels. God, yeah. We want to grow our channels this year.
Definitely.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be good. I feel like this year feels scary and good at the same time.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? For some reason, it really just, does.
It just feels so daunting, but I also don't feel like... I don't know. I don't feel like I'm, I don't feel bad. Yeah.
2025 sounds like crazy.
I know.
For some reason.
Crazy. Yeah. How was 2025 years ago?
I know. 2020 was the last, crazy sounding year. Yeah. Ugh. It's just going by so fast.
But yeah.
And then, I saw this thing where it was 2025 is already starting off the year crazy. Those California wildfires. Have you seen about them?
Yeah, my friends are over there.
Oh, yeah. They're crazy.
I literally have a friend evacuating. I was on the phone with her earlier, and she was like, yeah, I'm driving to San Diego because...
It's so sad. I mean...
She was like, people around me are like, yeah, we're just going to wait it out and see. And she's
what do you mean wait it out?
Doing
a
this.
Fire? You're going to wait out a fire?
I'm not doing this. And then I have another friend that literally is flying back, tonight. Yeah. From here, from Albany, and going back tonight. And she's
going back to Cali?
Yes, because she lives there now.
I know, but
her family, so she already had the plane ticket.
The way I would have canceled that, I don't even care what would have happened. I've seen those photos.
It's wild. It's people who have lived there for years are saying it's the worst they've ever seen.
Well, because there's multiple.
Yeah, there's 3
and the biggest one is
and even if you're
spanning 2,000 miles.
And even if your area is not hit, the air quality, I looked at the air quality map and it's insane. Yeah. It's a 370, or it's a 3, when I checked it was a 357.
California is literally burning to the ground. Yeah. It's either going to fall off or burn.
Mm-hmm. I low-key want to be on it when it does.
Go now.
I know, I'm literally running over there really quick. I don't know. Something tells me I'm meant to die in California.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so sad and scary over there.
Yeah, it is.
Spooky. The pictures of the fires are crazy.
It's so
crazy. And they said they were the wind is at 98 miles per hour, so they're getting hit with a hurricane and a fire at the same time.
Maybe the hurricane could put out the fire.
It's just the winds.
I was gonna say, if it's just the winds, then it's feeding
just the
winds.
Fire. Yeah, it's just the winds. That's 98
That's when you blow on a fire and it gets bigger.
I don't know why the winds are so insane. Fire? Yeah, something's... I don't know. I honestly feel like 2025 is going to be, crazy for some reason.
It might be.
It feels, unsettling.
That's what I'm saying. Why do I feel calm but also spooked? Yeah. At the same time.
Yeah. It's also, all those things about aliens are, really coming out now. Which, we already, obviously knew. Yeah. But I feel like some fuck shit's going to happen this year. I don't know why. But everyone also, feels it.
I don't know. It's, I don't know. crazy.
Like, we're 2 weeks in and California is burning to the ground as we
how's it
speak.
already so crazy? Ugh,
And they don't know how it started. Like,
well, wildfires can start in, like, so many different ways.
No, I know.
So
it's
fucking
just
dry
like,
over there that, like, you can fucking touch a leaf and start a
it's that dry right now in January. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's
weird.
California.
No, I
it's
know.
across the country. They don't have the same humidity levels.
No, I know. Very scary.
Especially down there, it's like the fucking desert. So, I mean...
Yeah, that's
who
true.
Knows? Who knows? But... I guess that's, like... all we can hope for is, like... I don't know, a better year than last.
Did you also see... I was reading up on... the guy that shot the CEO of the healthcare. I don't know when that happened, but I was just reading it. He's arrested, but they don't.
But I mean, like, is he actually getting convicted?
They
didn't even know if it was him fully. Because some rando had said they saw him, and they were like, okay, we don't even know if this is our actual guy.
They think it's him, but I don't think they made a yes or no yet. But I read up. I felt like that was a
crazy way to start the year.
It is crazy. Did it happen a couple weeks ago? I don't know when it actually happened. I was just reading
I think it happened like at the end of last year, actually. Maybe.
Oh, December, actually. Yeah, the end. Yep.
Because they were talking about
it was
Luigi,
like 2 days before Christmas, I think, or a few days before Christmas.
I think it was happening even before.
I think he got like arrested 2 days.
Because I remember talking about it in my group chat, and I was like, T.
Dude, T is right because I was reading it. People
are pissed. People are pissed. Like, this is the result that you get when you prioritize the wrong things. I'm literally under United Healthcare, and you want me to feel bad for this fucking billionaire who's not doing shit?
I'm with him.
That's what I'm saying. Why did I have to call you're telling me, oh yeah, you're covered by dental, and I had to call every fucking dentist within a 10 mile, 20 mile, 100. At this point, I was like, okay, maybe I can drive an hour and a half to go to the one that finally actually took my insurance was like, we're actually not accepting any new patients.
I hate that.
What's going to happen is people are going to be so unheard and feeling unseen by what's going on that, yeah, things like this are going to happen. And you're going to ask us to feel bad, and I actually don't give a shit. And it actually shouldn't even be front page news. Just the same way that other people's deaths who have died because of all these other fucking reasons aren't front page news.
You know what's weird? So I got so invested. He was valedictorian of his class. He went to an Ivy.
So fine. Sorry.
Yes. Oh my god.
Fine as hell.
Okay, I'm glad.
No, that's what all the memes are about. I'm surprised you hadn't seen all the memes. I saw the fan page. And we don't even know if it's him though. That's the thing.
I saw the fan page.
If he's not like actually the guy that did it, I feel even worse because I'm like, oh, he's so.
I know.
So
okay,
fine.
So he was valedictorian. He was captain of the robotics team. He went to an Ivy League school.
The person that did it knew exactly what they were doing.
I'm sure if it was him, I'm sure yeah. Right,
and they said the way it happened was like somebody who had planned it out and was very experienced. Because he got They said it like the way it looked like it was very experienced. Like they knew. Because it was so hard to find him. That's why they're not even sure if that's the guy. Because it was so hard to find him in the first place. And I'm pretty sure that guy, like, I don't know all the info, but that he got tipped off by, like, some rando at, like, a McDonald's or something. Was like, yeah, I saw him. And then they just, like, ran with it.
Yes, he went into a Dunkin' or something.
Like, we're going to do the walk with him. Like, y'all are so mad. I'm not
went into a Dunkin' or a McDonald's, and they were like, I recognize
and it's like,
you or
okay,
something.
From what? And
someone said there was a meme where it was like...
I don't even believe he's the guy, to be honest. I feel like the guy is gone. He fucking ran. He's dipped.
The meme was like, maybe if he wasn't flirting so hard with the cashier, he would have made it away.
Why is even the little clip with his hood up? Like,
yeah, and he's like smiling at the cashier.
And then people are like, this is the same as when that like submersible that went to go see the Titanic blew up, and everybody was like, you guys are making fun of people's deaths. And it's like, no, you're missing the point.
Yeah, that's not...
I'm not saying I want people to die, but I'm just saying let's look at the context. You paid $50,000 to go in a submersible to see the Titanic. And you want me to feel bad.
Through a 2x2.
You want me to feel bad. I'm not saying you deserved it, but I just don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Why are we spending... I don't have health care. And you want me to look front page
You know
news.
what
It's always rich people dying that's in the front page news. I don't give a fuck.
You know what I think happened?
Poor people die every day and nobody gives a shit.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck.
That's true.
No. And you're not going to get my sympathy for it.
So what happened was right before this, he went to Asia for a month. Okay. And he went to Thailand and like Bali and Japan. Literally where I'm going.
I love him.
And he went right because he's woke.
I feel like he did yoga.
He went. Yeah, right? I forget. They said he took some, like, I don't know. So he went to Asia, completely stopped talking to everyone here, like, cut everyone off, like, just didn't use his phone. Mm-hmm. And the last thing he, like, said to his friend when he went to Asia was, like, I really want to zen out. So I was like, oh, like,
comes back, assassinates somebody.
Right. So I'm thinking that he went there for a month and was like, dude, life's so much better here. Our country is fucked. And I think he literally just, like, lost it because everything, like, honestly, I think he woke up in Asia. He might have done ayahuasca. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go to Asia for a month and you come back and you kill a CEO of the house. Like, clearly had a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, that feels... I love how to us that's a spiritual awakening and to, like, everyone else it's, like... Not everyone else, because everyone else, like, agrees with us. But I mean, like, the older people, they're like... how could you ever think that that's a... But I'm like, people are just talking now. Like, this is a conversation of... It's a statement is made. It reminds me a lot of The Purge. It reminds me a lot of, like... People are done with these billionaires. People are done with big government. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, do I endorse it? No. Can you blame them? No. Like...
You know what else is so sad that I was reading is that if they convict him, they're highly considering the death penalty.
Which is insane.
Insane.
The fact that the death penalty even exists is insane.
Someone said, as a meme, they were like, oh, you don't want to give any of the mass shooters, school shooters, the death penalty, but you want to give someone who killed one person the death penalty? They were like, this is more than just, like, this is because he knows something, or, like, he's woke and he killed a CEO of a health person. Because they were like, the person
who did it, like, knew exactly where he was going to be. It was very intentional. Like, and I'm just like, I just don't feel bad. No. Like, I actually have so much empathy in my heart for literally so many people and so many things that if I think too hard about one specific thing, I could fucking cry about it.
But, like, see where the math is not adding?
I can't even try to care. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna death penalty him for that?
Like, it doesn't make us...
But you don't care if a guy blows up a whole school. Like,
people
there's no
are dying
death penalty
every
for that.
fucking day. People are on the streets without homes. And you know what they're spending money doing? Putting up anti-homeless architecture because it's bad for the city if there's homeless people. Well, if it's bad for the city, maybe this money that you spent on that you could use on, like, a shelter.
Right.
Or, like, something.
And you know how much money the death penalty costs? It costs, like, fuck ton.
So much.
Like, depending on which one. Also,
so much.
Don't kill it.
Also, no, literally.
Like, what are you gonna do to him?
That's my man and I stick beside him. I don't
All
care.
the girls online sticking behind. He's like the Jeffrey Dahmer
Jeffrey Dahmer's not even cute.
No, but you know how girls were like, oh my god, over Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, so funny.
But yeah,
it's reminding me of that.
It's just wild to me that all of that is even a thing. But I feel like we're going to see more of that stuff. Like,
that's what I'm saying this year.
People are outcrying. This is a symptom of something larger, and that's what people don't understand. They're like, oh, a CEO got assassinated. Like, no, people are, like, needing resources and have been needing resources, and costs keep going up. And, like, every fucking dentist I called, hi, I have United. Oh, do you have United through your work? Or, no, I have it through the state. Oh, okay, we don't take that.
So also, that was his issue. He got, like, back surgery or spinal surgery, like, a year or two prior, and they, like, fucked him up. And, like,
insurance is a fucking scam. Insurance,
and I think they fucked up his back.
Anybody that talked about it, and I don't know if any of you guys, like, they fucked up his back.
There was
what?
One of the comments was something like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of him, but ride him so his back doesn't hurt.
That's iconic.
Because his back got fucked up.
I could actually, give me 3 years and I could fix it. I could fix it. Give me 3 years.
But that's why he was, like, he's been having bad back issues since that.
It's not even just United, but it's everybody. And it's, like, there's, I don't know if you know who Brittany Broski is, but, like, on her podcast once, she was talking about, because she used to work for an insurance company before she blew up online, and she was like, insurance is a scam. She's like, you know how many times I've, like, had to literally be on the phone with people, like, begging me, like, I need this, and the whole point of insurance is that they're supposed to literally have your back.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we actually aren't going to be covering that, so... And I'm paying out of pocket.
Yeah.
I'm paying $2,200, and that's with the discount.
That's with the
discount for my wisdom teeth removal and a couple cavities and a cleaning.
So fucked up.
It's insane. Like, I don't actually give a fuck. I don't care. I don't have it in me to care about this man. Who, like, I don't care.
The CEO guy?
No.
Yeah, no.
I don't, okay, womp womp. Like, that's what you fucking get. Like, I don't fucking care. You go your whole life being a shit fucking human being. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Right.
I don't care. Oh, there's nuance. Oh, no, he's somebody's father. I don't give a shit.
Right.
You literally cannot, there's nothing that you can say that makes me give a shit.
You're fucking all of us.
I don't care. I feel very, that's what I'm saying, I don't care. I think people are like, oh, why are you happy that he's dead? Him being dead or alive does not really affect me. It does not. So I don't care. No, I don't care. So I'm not sad about it either, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not gonna play pretend. And the same with the people in the submersible, like, womp womp.
Yeah.
Like, those are human lives. I'm not devoid of empathy. I cry at literally everything. I probably cry fucking once every other day, like, couple times every other day, at literally nothing.
Yeah.
I am not devoid of empathy in the slightest. I do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Can we stop putting it in the press? Like, I'm done. Like, I'm actually so tired. Rich person, something bad happened to this rich person. Rich people die because they spent a lot of money on something that was unnecessary.
Right.
Why is this in the news? And then everyone's like, you should care about it. Like, caring. And I'm like, why is it even in the news? Can't it just not be in the news? But then literally, like we talked about, people get shot up by the government in their own fucking home. And that's not on the news. We have people fucking spreading around Instagram awareness because it's not in the fucking news.
Right.
Like,
no, literally.
During 2020, the whole Breonna Taylor thing, where they literally, like, cops came in our house and, like, shot her up on accident. They were like, oh, we didn't know. We fucked up. And I was like, what? But, like, that wasn't in the news. That was literally just on Instagram because they didn't want to talk about it in the news. So it's like, yeah, I don't give a shit, actually. And you can't make me. And I won't.
And I won't.
And I won't ever, actually. And you know what? I hope if that is him, he runs free. And if that's not him, that makes me...
For you,
I hope
Luigi.
This man, if it's not him, I hope he still gets free because it's not him.
Yeah.
So that would fucking suck. If you're just, like, in a Dunkin' being cute, and then all of a sudden you're fucking accused of shooting the CEO. That would fucking suck.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets free.
Yep.
And I actually hope it's not him and he gets free, and that the other guy is long fucking gone.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
True.
Gone. Did his thing in life.
But here's the thing. Wouldn't they just say it's him anyways if they can't find the other freaking guy?
That's not how it works. I mean, it is how it works, but it's also not. Like, there would have to be specific circumstances that really, like... Because you're innocent until proven guilty, quote unquote. Depending on, like, your race and
you better have a good ass
and
lawyer.
your socioeconomic status. Like, you're innocent until
Oh,
proven
his
guilty.
mom said... Did you hear what his mom said?
Yeah. No.
They, like, said something to... Oh, they called the mom, or they went to the mom, and they were like, we think your son might have, like, done this. And she was like, oh, yeah, I can actually see my son killing someone.
Why would she fucking say that shit?
Like, shooting someone or
Shut
killing
your
someone.
mouth.
I was like, why would you ever say that?
Like, Mom, please.
Like, I would be like, are you serious?
I'd be like, okay, well.
She's like, oh,
we're
yeah,
actually
I
never
could have
talking.
seen that. Like, what do you fucking mean?
So
First
how
of all.
did you raise him to her?
Right.
Also, like, maybe...
Also rude. You're supposed to have your son's back.
Yeah.
Rude. And you
I
can
don't
see him
know.
doing
She
that.
probably is, like, super anti-hippie. And he probably got woke and was like, Mom, like, you need to be enlightened. And then she was like, fuck you, bro.
Ugh. Ew. Fuck you, bro.
Us just making up stories about the fucking Luigi guy. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I want to... Yeah. Leave us what you think in the comments, if possible. I don't know when his case is going to be, like, determined or closed or whatnot, but I'm sure we'll have updates.
I hope everyone's
soon.
free and they get to eat ice cream or whatever. And fuck the CEO, he got what was coming to him.
Very true.
I don't care. I can't.
such a good way to close
old
it out.
ass. Sorry.
No, it's not old. Probably was old too.
He was.
Making a whole big deal of
He already
it.
lived his whole life. Like, it's fine.
It's fine.
Anyway,
He lived his whole shitty life.
Let us know what your guys' New Year's resolutions are. We're gonna go dance.
Or your word of the year.
Yeah, what's your word?
But yeah, we're gonna go do our workout now like we said we would. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace and love.